Hey my YouTube community, I am back. I want to talk today about standards and principles, about values in narcissistic relationships, how you can protect yourself, what is your part in being in there, and about the idea of acting if though it was impossible to fail once you want to get out of the relationship, once you notice that this is not for you, and once you want to level up, and once you detect the dynamics you are in and get out of feeling a victim, getting out of wanting to be the one who is going to be how is the word, subdued, like put down by a narcissistic person, be it your mother, be it a father figure, be it your partner. Let's get into it right away. I'm Christinajunge. I'm a love and leadership mentor, and I love to have you here. If you want to subscribe right away and give me your comments and your like if you want to, let's get into it. Narcissistic relationships are relationships where basically one person is choosing another person, and it's usually one person to be the victim of the dynamics. And it's usually really just this double dynamic, because we know a narcissistic relationship distinguishes itself by being inside of a, let's say, of a field, of a relationship, of an ambiente, where only inside of this very small circle the dynamics are being shown, okay? And we all know that narcissistic people, like people who preys on another person, you know, like a crow picking on them, has two faces. One towards the outside, where this person is greatly applauded, greatly capable, greatly empathetic even, you know, and a face or a manner of being towards their victims inside of this very protected relationship dynamics. And now as I said, I say, or I propose, there is nobody who can make you a victim if you don't allow this person to do this. What's the problem? The problem is that we have grown up in relationships where we have learned to be a victim, where we never were empowered, where of our needs was never sufficiently taken, our needs were never sufficiently taken care of, and where we learned to enter into a state of victimness. And this is a problem. And this is actually the bigger problem, because there wouldn't ever be a narcissist, you know. Of course, I understand the problem if this is inside of a relationship where you grew up with, like a mother, a father, a caretaker, or whichever person this was in your surrounding. I understand the difficulty. But now you're watching this video here, and you understand now, because I'm telling you that it is time to get out of this kind of relationship and of no longer be subdued, you know, being like pulled under this person energetically and being preyed off, you know, being the one who's having to play the role according to what the narcissistic person wants from you. So I'm now saying that you are the one as the victim inside of the relationship who has to take care of yourself through your values, valuing yourself, through your standards, through your principles, which you need to elevate right now to be able to level up and to lift up your self-esteem, your self-love, your self-value, your self-worthiness, and to step up to a level where you won't allow any longer a narcissistic person to prey on you, to have you under them, to be grandiose with you, to abuse of you verbally or emotionally, or whichever ways still they want to, you know, employ on you. What can you do to be able to get out of this narcissistic relationship, especially you are an adult person right now, you're watching this video, and you are from now on capable of choosing how to deal not only with other people, but of how to deal with yourself. So I am inviting you with this video to elevate your consciousness, to elevate the state of being you're in, to elevate your value, your self-value, the love you're giving to yourself, and your boundaries, obviously, to understand that with those values, with those standards you are constructing towards the outside, because it is your standards and they're going to be the boundary which you are energetically communicating to everybody from then on, and also towards the narcissist. Although you might have like a moment where you want to like suck in and think or keep on thinking that you wouldn't be capable to live up to the standards and to the principles you have elevated for yourself to be your armor, your new armor, like a real armor, your boundaries, which will be communicated through your verbal communication of telling this person, you can't treat me like this, thank you for saying these things, but they have nothing to do with me. They have only to do with you, of how you see the world, how you want to treat people, how you are inside of yourself. If you're miserable with yourself, you're going to be miserable with the world, but this has nothing to do with me. And this is when I understand that I'm through my virtues, through my standards, through my principles, through my values, if I grow them strong, if I lift them up, if I am becoming conscious of them being my protection shield towards the world, then I understand that this is in fact the only way, one of the two only ways for me to really get into healing and into leveling up. And now when I say healing, it is the fact that you also will have to confront yourself with this box. I always call this safe, which is inside of ourselves, where all our hurt feelings are guarded in. And you need to confront yourself once these emotions are coming up with what is in there, and to be there for yourself, and to stay there with yourself, and to be present with yourself, and to dissolve those feelings. You can check the videos I did about inner child work, about working with strong emotions, and about just being there. And there's a couple of techniques you can watch those videos to understand how you can be present at the moment these strong feelings come up, once you're again victimized by the person, or be very careful, once you self-victimize yourself, through remembering what was happening, remembering how they treated you. It is okay to remember, but if you understand that each time you are ruminating the hurt, the damage, the bitterness, the victimness, you will feel this chemically. You will generate those chemicals inside of your body, and you will physically relive those situations and the feelings associated to it, So it is really important for you, once the feelings are coming up, and hopefully if they are coming up from this day on, in reality, for you to be able to get out of the situation, to no longer listen to this narcissistic person, to this abusive person, to this person who wants to get you down. It's going to be a little bit difficult if you repeat these relationships inside of a working relationship. You need to deal with it too, but you probably need to deal with your primary socialization, with your primary caregivers, and the way how you have learned who you are worth, or who you are, how lovable you are, and that this is something which is being reflected in your reality today, in and out, until you're gonna heal this emotional box out, until you stay in there once the feelings are coming up. And I'm not talking about once you feel sad and you're going to be falling into a depression because you want to dive into what was so sad in there, but that you need to hold space for yourself in a sense of being there as an adult, as almost like saying, tell me what is happening here. What do you need right now? How do you feel? And where does that come from? Where did this originate from? And to be really present at that moment and to try to see where this came from, where these ideas about yourself, because it's ideas, of course it's emotions, of course it's a body chemistry, but it is also ideas which you repeat all over again how you are. And it's obviously your subconsciousness. So there's all your limiting beliefs inside of your subconsciousness, which are being, let's say, nurtured by this box with all your hurt feelings, right? It's almost like as if this box where all your hurt feelings are in would be dissipating all this hurt into your subconsciousness, and your subconsciousness in response is almost like guiding your life into doing or not doing things, into you believing yourself or not believing yourself, into you putting boundaries or not, into you developing a vision and following up on it. And this is this idea of act if though it was impossible to fail. At the point where you understand, you have elevated your standards, your principles, your values, your virtues. Go on the internet, write them out, understand who you are in all your dignity, in all your worth, in all your beauty, in all your boundaries, in all this person who you are. You are not like this whoever person. You're not like this number. You are somebody who has a past and who has experiences and is in all his or her worth and value and lovable enough to be reinforcing those ideas which you have about yourself. And this is this act if though it was impossible to fail, to keep on living up to understanding that you are a valuable being, that you are a lovable being, that you are worthy of good treatment, of really good treatment, of absolutely lovable treatment. And then at the same point, putting boundaries, saying no to, and disconnecting from this relationship who wants to constantly circle between you and them this idea that you are the one who's guilty, that you are the one who should be ashamed of, that you are the one who is the victim, and to no longer buy into this, and to say internally, while you lift up your values, your standards, your principles, your virtues, your understanding, your self-love, your understanding who you are, and in the end your self-confidence, that you lift this up more and more, and you're no longer impressed by a person who would say you're one or the other thing, while you are understanding you are not. It is just a reflection of this person, what this person is saying. Everybody can say what they want to, but this has nothing to do with me. And to replace this idea, your limiting beliefs and your subconsciousness of wanting to believe that this person is or was true at any point in history, and especially no longer now, since you are elevating your self-love and your self-confidence through elevating your standards or becoming conscious about your standards, your principles, your values and your virtues, for example. And to heal more, to be present and to work towards this goal of being able of understanding that you can reach, that you can get there, and pretending you were there already, although you're not elegant at the moment that you're starting up with this, and maybe sometimes not even elegant at the point where the abuser or the narcissist starts to augment the pressure on you because they're noticing that you're getting out of the dynamics, you know, and they're all like, oh, hold on, you know, I'm gonna get you, I need you under me, you know, I need you to be the victim in this relationship, because otherwise I will have to notice that I'm the victim here, that I'm reenacting victimness, you know. And to not let go of leveling up, to not let go of that you are valuable, that you are worthy, that you are lovable, and you will repeat this to yourself and envision yourself as this beautiful person until your subconscious mind is really impressed with this. Write this down, script every single day on what you want to work on right now. If you notice what was happening inside of an abusive relationship at this very point, for example, and you understand you felt like abandoned, you felt like very sad, you felt like something, and develop a contra language about this in your scripting, and start scripting. I am lovable, you know, I'm a completely a whole person. I am with total integrity. I am completely lovable to everybody. I'm so worthy, you know, I'm so full of dignity. And you write this down, and you write this down every day until this is impressed on your subconscious mind. You can find on the internet all over the place these frequencies, these alpha, beta, and theta waves frequencies with affirmations. Look for them, you know, choose which one is good for you, which makes you really feel good at that moment, and keep on reaffirming and getting you into the vibration you need to feel good and to stay in the feel good, to no longer like crash and get into where those people wanted you to be in, where they needed you to be in the victim position for them to no longer feel or not getting in contact with their own victimness, right? And to live up to it, to keep on having this, keep on creating a vibration where you lift up yourself, where you no longer with your mind get into like snap onto it and say, oh my God, yes, I am not, no, I will never, you know, I'm guilty, I feel whatever you feel. Just don't like bite onto this, but let it go. Understand this is what they've said because it's their problem, and start getting into a real like cleansing moment where you confront yourself with your feelings, be there for yourself, for your inner child, for those strong emotions, and see where they came from. Be there as an adult for this child. Yeah, you know, hold yourself. Check those videos I did on those topics, and be there for you, and to impress constantly your subconscious mind with positive affirmations, which you need to feel. You need to lift up yourself for that, to the feeling of feeling good where you want to be, and no longer let go anymore ever of it until your subconscious mind makes the click and you got it. Okay? And this is this act if though it wasn't possible to fail. Okay? Have fun doing this. Check the video out which is coming up, or the videos. Let me see what I'm going to be putting up there. And if you want to subscribe to my channel, my name is Christinajunge. And if you want to get into a coaching program with me, you can get on the waiting list with christina@christinajunge.com. I'll be happy to attend you, and we'll see if we can make a good match. Bye, folks. Ciao. Check the videos out left and right. Bye.